welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be 15 things that you forget to clean in your home. And I'm just going to go ahead and start off here with my Jaws cleaners. I recently started buying these and I'm very happy with them so far. I really like the fact that they're eco-friendly because you're going to reuse the same bottle, and when you run out, they just send you those little refill pods that I'm going to pop in here and show you in a minute, so it's less waste. And the blue one right here is a glass cleaner, and the yellow one is an antibacterial multi-purpose cleaning spray. And what I like about this, especially now, and knowing that cleaners are so hard to find, especially in the stores, the Jaws cleaner, it's hospital grade, there's no rinse, and it kills germs, including coronavirus. So that right there makes me feel much better, especially when using it in my home. And here I am just going to fill up this little bottle with half alcohol and half water. But guys, you can use whatever you have on hand. Don't go crazy. It's been proven that alcohol as well as peroxide disinfects and kills germs just as well as regular cleaners. I just have these here to show you guys. And let's jump into the first thing. So number one on my list is windowsills, the frame, and cleaning the dirt and pollen from the screens. Now this is something that rarely gets done, but I've noticed on almost every screen in my house there is a buildup of pollen, and with my allergies being really bad as they are, I need to go ahead and get this done. So I'm just going to go in with the vacuum first, and then I'm going to go ahead and spray it down with the antibacterial cleaner and get everything wiped up really well, including outside and the outside of the window and all around the windowsill, and just make sure everything is nice and clean. And you will see in a minute how dirty everything really was from my rag. Number two is going to be touch points, such as the doorknobs, the doorbell, the mailbox, and then I'll work my way into the bathroom. So let's face it, we're coming in the house every day. There's people ringing the doorbell, and the mail carrier and delivery people are delivering stuff and ringing your bell and touching your mailbox. So it's important to go ahead, especially now, to go ahead and clean these off. If you can't find disinfectant wipes, you can use a rag with alcohol, peroxide. It's basically the same thing and it will still kill the germs. And then I'm going to go ahead and wipe off all the light switches, and then I'm going to work my way into the bathroom. So now in the bathroom, I usually deep clean the bathroom once a week, but in between, I, like every day, am wiping down the doorknobs with a disinfectant wipe, the handles, the light switch, and of course the flusher on the toilet. So yeah, this is done every day, especially in a house full of boys. So I want to make sure that everything is nicely clean and especially disinfected. Number three is garbage pails. This definitely should be done often because think about it, garbage is in there. It has a lot of bacteria, especially when you're cooking with meats and stuff, so it's really important to clean the pails out. So I usually do this, I'm not gonna lie, every few weeks, but every few days I'll go ahead and wipe it down on the outside really well. But as far as inside, it's really important to go ahead and get these cleaned out, and especially if your pail has a lid, because the lid carries a lot of germs as well. So because this pail is black, I'm not going to go ahead and put bleach on the inside of it. Usually I would just pour a little bit of bleach with hot water and just let it sit there. But I'm just going to go ahead and spray the antibacterial cleaner inside, and that will do the trick as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and wipe down the lid, and I wiped all around. And if you have a hose outside, I would recommend to go ahead and take it outside like I'm doing right here and just rinse it out. But if you don't, that's fine. You can just go ahead and rinse it out in the tub and let it dry off really well. And then you have a brand new garbage pail. Just look at all that gunk inside. Number 4 is the dryer lint compartment and dryer vent, and I found that the attachment on my vacuum fit in there perfectly, and it was able to let me get out a lot of lint that was in there. And also, dryer vents are the second leading causes of fires in the home, so it's really important to do this regularly. And look how much stuff, and it was empty beforehand, that it got out. Also, you will reduce your utility bills as well as save on drying time. Number 5 is sponges. A dirty sponge really grosses me out, and they harbor a lot of bacteria, so it's important to keep on top of replacing or cleaning them. What you can do is when you run the dishwasher, you can throw it in, and then on the heating cycle, it'll sterilize it. If you don't have a dishwasher, you can put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and it should be nice and clean again. Number 6 is clean those plants. So while we love our plant babies and how beautiful they look in our homes, it's important, besides spraying them and watering them, to also clean the leaves. All you need to do is take a soft cloth or rag with a little bit of water and just clean off the leaves really gently, and your plants will be happy and thriving again. And besides that, they collect a lot of dust, which is also not good for you to breathe. So if you have either fake or real, just give them a little dusting from time to time. I can sit beside you while you go. Number 7 is remotes, game controllers, and tablets. So this is important to do regularly, and you can just take a disinfectant wipe, or if you don't have that, you can just use a microfiber cloth with rubbing alcohol and water. It's usually recommended a 50-50 mix, and just wipe everything down every few days. And there was also a study done that's shown that game controllers harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat. So that is really disturbing. Number 8 is the washing machine. So this is something else that gets forgotten about. So I'm trying to set a reminder on my phone for at least once a month to go ahead and clean this out. And when I'm not using the washing machine, I leave that door open because I've noticed if you don't, it gets like a moldy mildew smell inside. So it's best to leave the door open. If you have a top loading washer, then of course leave the top open when you're not using it. Now, last time I tried to clean this, I did take that rubber ring seal out. It was a little tricky to put it back, so this time it's not too dirty, but I am going to pour a little vinegar in there and let it sit, and then I'm going to go ahead and wipe it out. And for the drum, I just took a cloth with some vinegar and I just wiped the whole inside of the drum. Then I went ahead and cleaned really well all the compartments of the detergent. And now I'm going to run a cycle to clean, and all you have to do is put about 1 cup of vinegar in the detergent compartment and set it to really hot. And just, if you have like a cleaning cycle on your machine, if not, just run a regular cycle, but just make sure the water is nice and hot, and this will sterilize everything and make the washer run more efficiently. You can also use a cup of bleach, of course with nothing inside, also on hot, and that will also sanitize it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and wipe off the top of the machine with the antibacterial cleaner, and it's going to be looking and running like new again. Number 9 is clean under those area rugs. Now I'm sure we all vacuum on top of our rugs, but how often do you take the time to roll it up and vacuum underneath of them? And obviously, I don't think it's too important to do this too often, but every once in a while, just roll it up and vacuum underneath, and you will be surprised at how much dust and dirt accumulates underneath of there. Number 10 is clean the AC vent and filter. So this is probably one of the most important things that you can do in your home, because after all, it is the air that you and your family breathe. So I'm just going to go ahead and dust off with this soft bristle brush, and look how much dust it had collected, because even when I change the filter, I sometimes forget about doing this. So this is really important. And every system is different, so just check with your system to see, because I know higher efficiency units, they are called to replace the filter every 6 months, but regular units, I believe it's every 30 days. So I've been setting a reminder on my phone so I can remember that. Number 11 is the knobs on the oven. So this is something I try and do every few days, because let's face it, we cook all the time, usually we're handling meat, and it's a really good idea because of cross-contamination to sterilize these very well, because we're touching them and they get a lot of grease buildup on them. So I just have really hot water with some vinegar, and I'm just going to go in and clean the outside really well. And then once those are done soaking, go ahead, dry them off really well, and they will be like new again. Number 12 is the sink aerator. So that's the bottom part of the faucet where the water comes out. And I'm just going ahead and unscrewing it, and I was completely disgusted at what I found in that little screen. So it's supposed to be clear, see-through, and it was completely black with particles and calcium and rust. I'm so happy that we don't drink this water, but in any case, I couldn't even get it off with the paper towel. So I went ahead and got that little screen out, and I got a cup with very hot water and some vinegar, and I just let it sit there. And as you can see in a second, everything started breaking up little by little, and this screen is supposed to be clear, and it was black. So as you can see, everything is breaking up, and I was able to get it like new again. So if you have low pressure coming from your either bathroom or sink faucet, go ahead and check that little screen, because most likely it is all clogged with buildup like mine. Number 13 is clean inside of the dishwasher. So it's important to wash the dishwasher to get rid of any dirt, water, mold, and mildew that can build up over time inside of the dishwasher. You should do this at least every few months. And of course, here I'm just taking out the little filter compartment. It just unscrews right out. I poured a little bit of vinegar inside, and then I'm just going to rinse it with really hot water. Then you're going to measure a cup of plain vinegar and either pour it directly on the bottom of the dishwasher, or in a bowl like I'm going to show you here in a second. You want to run it on the longest and hottest cycle that you have. The vinegar is going to help disinfect the machine and break up any residue that it may have. The next step after that cycle is complete is you want to sprinkle about a cup or a half of box of baking soda. The baking soda is going to help deodorize the machine and remove any stains that may be in there. Number 14 is to clean your frequently used credit cards, license, and keys. I do this every few days with either a Clorox wipe, or here I'm just using some alcohol on a paper towel, because think about it, cashiers are touching your cards and you're using your keys daily, so that harbors a lot of germs and bacteria. And number 15, don't forget to clean those mop heads and steam mop pads as well. So I hope that you guys liked today's video, and I hope it gave you a bunch of helpful tips for your own home. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not done so already, and I'll see you again real soon in another video. Bye!